Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now we will start creating the API test. So we need to create a folder where we can keep the API test. Let's do so. Let's MK API API hyphen test. So it has created a folder. I can directly create from the file explorer as well, but I just choose the terminal to create this folder. Inside API test, let's create a JavaScript file where we can keep our test. For now, let me name it as get request.js. Let's start writing our first test. I will be requiring exhaust. Exhaust. I will be requiring expect from chai as well. Chai. Now, as you know, we have added Mocha as our test framework. So we will be writing the test in describe and it block. So describe is kind of a test scenario or high level test scenario. We will be housing your different tests. So tests are written under it block. And if it's a high level scenario, it is mentioned under describe block. So let's say describe, I'm gonna say get API request test async function arrow set. Now I'm going to write it block where I will mention my test should be able to get user list async that. Okay. So what is should be able to get user list? So we are using one of the public APIs, which is request_res.in. From here, I'm going to use this request, which will give me the list of users. Let's go back to my Visual Studio. Let's say const request await exhaust dot get. Get is the method we want to use. Inside single quote, we will be mentioning our URI. Let's go back and copy this URI. Paste it here. So I'm gonna hit this URI and get the user list. Before that, let me print this in console log so that we can see the response. So we have we needed exhaust, and then we expected chai. I will be adding assertions at later stage, but for now I have just added it. Then we have written our scenario, get API request, and then I have mentioned my test. So let's run this test. To run this test, I have to go back to my terminal and type npx mocha dot the path where I have my tests. I will mention the timeout as well to be 30 seconds. Hit enter. Okay. Instead of npx, I wrote npm. So let me change that. Hit enter. So if you see, it printed complete response in the console itself. You can see I got page 2, which I requested for. Okay, there are uh, six pages in total. Okay, and I have got these many records: 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the 6 record which are available on page 2. Okay, so now let's add some assertions or expect conditions. So let me expect this response data should have page equal to 2, and let's say expect from the response data array per page equal to 6. Let me save this and rerun this test. I will type same command. It is npx mocha dot the path of the test and then the timeout. Voila, one test has passed. Suppose I want this test to fail. So let me change this equal to 1 and see if our test is failing or not. It failed. It says assertion error expected 2 equal to 1. Okay, so that means in response it got 2, but I'm expecting 1. That is why it failed. Okay, let me set it back and let me change this condition and rerun the test. So again it failed. So here if you see, I'm getting in response 6, but I'm expecting 5. That's why this test failed, right? So I'm going to set it back to 6. And like this, you can verify any of the values from this payload. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give a thumb up.